So, okay, nerve pain sucks and so many people deal with it, and it can be so distracting and debilitating. And then also, it's just like no one can see your pain. Uh, so, I have put together a list of things that people that deal with nerve pain have told me help them. Ultimately, what nerve pain is damaged sensory nerves, and or they're inflamed nerves. So, anything you can do to improve your circulation or regenerate or heal those nerves, or yeah, you're gonna feel a little bit better. Okay, stem cell therapy, that's like umbilical cord MSC stem cells. And those could be really expensive, but they can go in there and they reduce inflammation, and then they make the environment of your body optimal for nerve regeneration, which is also good. You can go down to Panama, that's a good clinic to get a really massive dose, or actually I know in Texas at least, you can go get a 1cc IV to help with that, and people feel, that really helps a lot with pain. CBD oil, specifically the, what is it called? The Rick Thompson, where is it? Oil. If you get it from cannabis instead of hemp and it has a little bit of THC, I've heard that has better success. But that's such a nice, natural, regenerative thing to do. I've also heard DMSO, if you want to look into that. A TENS unit or an E-stem unit, that can also help to just stimulate the nerves and kind of help with some of that regeneration and help with some of the pain you're experiencing. This is a big one. This is one that I just think is such a great recommendation, and that's infrared light therapy. And you can do things like you can find a place where you can actually go and lay down in an infrared light bed, maybe do an infrared light sauna. They have peripheral neuropathy. Like there's one called a NeuroLight, where it's like an infrared light boot or something you can put on your hands or feet, and you use them for 20 minutes in the morning, 20 minutes at night, and that can help keep the inflammation away. Let's see, there's another really good one is combination electrochemical therapy, or CET. You'll have to see if they have that in your area. And there's different kinds of combination electrochemical therapy, but that actually helps your nerves grow back or repair, which is awesome, and insurance does help out with that. If you've just got like nerve pain in one specific area, another thing to check out is cold laser therapy. That can also be billed underneath insurance and has good results. And a lot of places that do the cold laser therapy, they also do medical massage, which I've heard good feedback from, also can be covered under insurance. Or this might not be a nerve pain thing as much, but you might have an area that your fascia is all tangled and webbed up together, so you can get a trigger point injection to relieve some pain there. Another thing, a fascia blaster. That's kind of a stretch, but those were invented to help connective tissue disorders, and it kind of can like flatten out your fascia where it's bunched up as well, which can let your nerves flow a little bit better, and that can also help with nerve pain, and I have heard of that as well. The scrambler is not regenerative, so it's not a permanent fix, but if you're just in so much pain and you just need help right away, just some kind of like relief, I have heard the scrambler can kind of distract your pain for at least a little while. Acupuncture or neuroacupuncture, I've heard success with. Chiropractic, if your spine's not, it's called subluxation. If your spine isn't in the right, curvature, it can squeeze down on some of your nerves, and it can affect even the communication down to your peripheral nerves, to make things not feel as good. So that could help. Cryotherapy, I've heard, I know that was actually invented for rheumatoid arthritis, actually. But that can help with some relief for a day or two for pain. It's a good supplemental thing, to whatever else you're doing. Or even just like cold showers or ice baths, which are horrible. I know there was this girl that got in a shark attack, and she took ice baths, and that helped her a lot with her nerve pain. PRP injections, something to maybe try, but those can get expensive as well. A lot of people take magnesium at night. and that helps their nerves kind of calm down and helps alleviate some pain so that they're able to go to sleep. Other herbs that are nice are skullcap and lion's mane. They were suggested to me by an herbalist that has multiple sclerosis, and also neurologists have recommended lion's mane to several of my friends with CIDP, multiple sclerosis, or Guillain-Barré as help, a really great herb to help with myelin sheath repair. Ketamine infusions, that can send you into outer space if you take too much, but obviously do that under a doctor. And a side effect of that also is it helps with depression, so it's kind of like a win-win there that can help with pain and your mental health, so that's really nice. Prolozone got recommended to me once, but I don't know that much about it. Vox Life Socks, VOXX Life Socks, or any kind of compression socks or diabetic socks can help alleviate the pain in the feet, and they help with circulation. Which again, anything that helps with circulation is going to help with your pain. For example, exercise. Exercise actually helps your nerves grow back. That's not really talked about. A lot of people don't really know that. They think you need to go work out to gain, muscle and get stronger, but it actually can help your nerves recover and heal quicker or heal back. My dad has peripheral neuropathy, and he says when he's doing a regular exercise plan, he actually notices less pain in his neuropathy. And then at night he'll for circulation, better circulation, because the better circulation you have, the less nerve pain you'll have, which is one of the reasons that infrared light therapy works, because it helps with your circulation. Anyways, at night before bed, my dad will go walk through the house and just swing his arms to get blood flow down there to help the nerve pain kind of go down. You can check out functional neurology, something to look into. I tried it, didn't help me, but it does help some, so at least maybe check it out once. Or maybe check out glutathione IVs. Some people have said ALA IVs help them, or phosphatidylcholine. It's a long word, but and then also maybe a Myers cocktail IV can help. Make sure you're getting all your B vitamins, either through food or supplementation. That can also help, and it's very common for people with nerve pain to have low vitamin D levels and low vitamin B levels. So it's good to get those bumped up. Okay, electrodermal screening, I've not tried it, but someone told me it actually healed their husband's CIDP altogether by going to a practitioner that does that. Let's see. Okay, diet. Everybody wants to talk about diet, and it isn't everything, but your health is twofold. It's like what you eat, what you put in your mouth as food, and what you put in your, eyes, ears, brain, as far as information and the people you hang out with. But anyways, diet. I did do the autoimmune protocol diet, and for 60 days before I had a diagnosis, and when I did have nerve pain and my body was freaking out, and I can say it did at least slowed down my demise, and it did help my symptoms a lot. So I can recommend the autoimmune protocol diet from personal experience. Also, another common one I hear of that helps minimize symptoms is the carnivore diet, which freaks a lot of people out. It's like an extreme keto diet, and I've heard good things about the keto diet too. I'm on the keto diet. I like the keto diet for neurological stuff. And being in ketosis is actually anti-inflammatory and can help with nerve pain as well. But yeah, the carnivore diet is when you don't even eat any plants. It's all food from animals, and a dairy-free carnivore diet. A lot of people have see miraculous results with nerve pain. The other thing is fasting, not eating, or even just intermittent fasting. My friend with multiple sclerosis, her symptoms improved dramatically when she started implementing intermittent fasting, and it's because it doesn't matter what you eat. Eating is inflammatory. There's an inflammatory response that happens when you eat. It's just how it is. So intermittent fasting can give your body that time to just not have any inflammation and kind of keep, where you don't have just chronic inflammation all the time. I've heard that if your thyroid hormones are low, that you inhibit your body's ability to remyelinate as well as it could. So maybe get your thyroid hormones checked, and if they're low, supplement a little bit. And again, if you can remyelinate, you're essentially permanently fixing your nerve pain. So that's great. Anything to do to help your myelin sheath. I've heard of kratom, Kratom. It didn't help my brother-in-law, but I have heard that helps some people with nerve pain. Sleep. Oh my gosh. Just get sleep. Go to bed by 10 p.m. Go to bed at the same time every night so that your body can get on a good circadian rhythm. And just getting like rest, really good sleep, your body repairs when you're sleeping. So if you're not getting good sleep, your body's not getting the time it needs to repair your nerves to stop your pain. So, but I know it's hard to fall asleep when you have such bad nerve pain, but do the best you can to get good sleep. Let's see, going back to diet, okay, the two worst things that you can put in your body to just set your nerves on fire is sugar and alcohol. And the reason for that is, well, one, they're both acidic, but two, it's just like your body wants to push alcohol and sugar away from your organs, so it pushes it into your hands and your feet. So that's like one of the reasons people with diabetic neuropathy have such bad nerve pain in their hands and in their feet is because their blood sugar can get really high and it's pushed to their hands and to their feet. So do yourself a favor. And caffeine, I've heard caffeine also can do the same thing. So maybe stay away from caffeine, alcohol, and sugar and see if that makes a difference. Like if you can't change anything in your diet, just change those three things. Gluten and dairy and processed foods are also good things to try to give up. And just see how you feel. If you're desperate, let's see. We talked about magnesium, B vitamins. Essential oils, I have heard some people have success with. Specifically, I've heard frankincense pop up. Then like, just your mind, like, actually like, there's been times, when I got off all of my medication, which is incredible, but when I first got off all medication, I was freaking out. I was freaking the F out. And when that was happening, my flare-ups were like crazy. I was flaring up all day because I was so stressed out. Like, it's a real thing. The higher stress you have, the worse your symptoms are going to be, the worse nerve pain you have. It's just the facts. It's just how it is. In fact, a lot of people's, autoimmune or peripheral neuropathy or whatever got triggered to begin with by stress. I mean, so the more calm you can be, the less stress you have, the less nerve pain you're going to have. I promise you. And, some ways to do that are like, let's see, Kundalini yoga. That gets a lot of oxygen in your body and it's a lot of breath work. Another guy that had Guillain-Barré told me somatic yoga helped him, Somatic. Meditation, and meditation is annoying, but you can find guided meditations. My friend with multiple sclerosis, her neurologist told her to download the Muse, M-U-S-E meditation app, or just any kind of binaural beats, B-I-N-A-U-R-A-L. Binaural beats is great. Let's see, 528 hertz Miracle radio station on Pandora. I listen to that sometimes. But binaural beats can actually change the frequency of your brain. Like, can actually, like, scientifically proven to be able to calm you down. So just give those a shot. If you're not into the meditation thing, listen to guided meditation, or at least put some of that sound therapy binaural beats on, especially right before you go to sleep. They're better if you listen to them with headphones in. They have a better impact. And there's science behind why that is. So just lay down, put your headphones in, and put on some binaural beats. Plenty of apps for that or stuff on YouTube. Breath work can help as well. I've heard several people mention the Wim Hof, W-I-M-H-O-F-F. I've also heard Dr. Andrew Weil, W-E-I-L. Hyperbaric chamber, that's something to check out. It helps get oxygen into your body, and it helps with blood flow again, which anything that helps blood flow helps. Ozone therapy, there's something called a tin pass, and it's super expensive, but any kind of ozone therapy that can just get more oxygen in your blood is a good thing. But don't do ozone therapy if you've done stem cell therapy, because the ozone can kill the stem cells. Actually, it's, how it is with healing. It's like there's so much contradicting stuff out there. But anyways, hypnotherapy, my neurologist actually said that, they have some people that come in there and they have really bad nerve pain, and it's just like there's no testing or EMG or nerve conduction studies that can show and prove or validate the way these people are feeling. And my neurologist is like, that doesn't mean they don't actually have nerve pain, it's all in their head. She's like, the body's complex, especially your neurological system, and there's just not a test for what they have yet. Like, it hasn't been discovered. But she had a patient like that, and so she said, well, hey, I can't help you here. Like, there's nothing covered under insurance that I can do for you. I'm sorry. She said, but go check out a hypnotherapist. And so they went to this hypnotherapist that specializes in neurological conditions, and their nerve pain went away. It's crazy. You know, there's just some things that we don't understand, but it doesn't matter if we understand them or not, they just work. So that's something to look into. I've heard things about the Beamer pad, or neurofeedback, BEMER, and that the Beamer just, from what I understand, it opens up your blood vessels and gets more blood flow. Again, you know, the getting circulation will help with nerve pain. This is kind of crazy, but if you have an autoimmune, my friend donates blood. He's full disclosure about what he has, and what, you know, what his autoimmune is, but just in a pinch, when his autoimmune is having a flare-up, he just gets some blood out of his body, and that's actually able to calm him down. Crazy. NLP or tapping, again, those are kind of like mindset things. Trauma, you know, trauma is a thing, and trauma has an effect on our body, and trauma lives in our body, and whatever you can do to kind of get that flow of trauma out can alleviate symptoms as well. And I think we're done. Okay. Woo! Did you catch all that? This is one of the last videos I made because it's just so much information, and I had to actually write it down because I couldn't just do it off the top of my head. But anyways, you know, that's all stuff that people have told me that are suffering from nerve pain. You know, and as you notice, I didn't say anything about medications, and that's because I'm not a doctor. These are just things real life people have told me. It's not something I Googled or found off of blogs. It's people that said, hey, this worked for me, so I just wanted to share. And not all of these things are going to work for you. So just like pick what kind of resonates with you, start with that, and just start going down the list. Try things one at a time, and see how they go. Yeah, and then just talk to your neurologist. They're the ones that know the best pain medications, but sometimes pain medications aren't everything. Sometimes they have side effects, and sometimes they just stop working. So anyways, hopefully that gives you some hope and some things to try, and I'm going to sign off. See you later. Bye.